Hey, bud.
Oh, man. Good to see you.
This is you right here?
This is it?
Yeah, if you need
amazing.
anything, you let me know, okay, bud?
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Jimmy. No, Jimmy, this is all wrong, okay? I need you to hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes? Okay, listen. You need to hear me. Can you hear me? All right, I need 14 sandwiches, okay? I need better veggies. Yeah. Organic. 33 slices of pizza, 1 grilled cheese, okay? And Jimmy, for the love of God, I need 10 pamplemousse chilled. Yep. Stat, you got that?
Yes.
Yes what?
Yes, please?
Get out of my room.
Jeremy Allen White. Jeremy, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. Thank you for coming. You're not the first family member to be in the Tonight Show world, to be at the Tonight Show.
That's right, yeah. I think you always want your children to outshine you. I just didn't know it was going to happen this early. My 3-year-old daughter, Ezer, came here, like 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago or something like that, and got to hang out with you.
Dakota Johnson is her godmother?
Dakota's her godmother, and she's a really big fan of Angel Moon, which is this
Chris Martin
puppet in Coldplay's new album. Yeah, maybe
they have like a Muppet band called the Weirdos.
The Weirdos,
and they're all Muppets.
They're all Muppets
from space.
Yeah.
And so
they were on the show. It wasn't even Chris, really.
No, they were booked on the show.
Right.
And then this beautiful little baby was walking around with Dakota, and she was like, Angel Moon. She was like so cute, and she was like, I go, oh my gosh, no one could stop looking at this kid.
Yeah.
Somebody took a picture of me doing our exchange, I want to say.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know.
Hair.
I did not know it was your baby.
Panda there. Yeah.
That's Adam Sandler's Hawaiian shirt.
Oh, nice. Man, she's met Adam Sandler, too. She's really,
yeah. She had a great,
really shining, man.
She's welcome back whenever.
Cool.
I'm happy that you're here because, man, oh man, did I hear more about the show than anything on earth. The Bear.
The Bear.
Everyone, it's almost like, I don't know if the internet was finding me or thinking that I would be really into this, but everyone's like, you gotta watch The Bear. It's the must-see show. I'm like, I get it, The Bear. What is it about? Is it about a bear? What is going on? I have no clue what it's about. They're like, no, it's about restaurant in Chicago.
Yes.
I go, okay, I still have nothing to do with Chicago.
Yeah.
I like food, fine.
Yeah, good. It sounds like you'll like it, yeah.
It doesn't. Why? I have no connection. I love it.
You love it?
The internet was right.
Oh, good.
Everyone who told me it was right. It's like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's doing really well, man.
You crush it. How do we explain it to everyone? It's very fast. I will say it moves fast. You could probably binge this in a weekend.
Yeah. It's like 4.5 hours. It's 8 episodes. And I think we were trying to capture the pace of a kitchen, which is really, really intense. And the show's about a young chef, Carmen Berzatto, coming home to Chicago after working in these really intense kitchen environments all over the world, and he comes home and he kind of inherits his family's sandwich shop after his brother passes away. So he comes back and he's trying to kind of bring this shop to a different sort of glory, and he's also dealing with the death of his brother.
Yeah, people are loving also the attention to detail in this show, and I will say that right there. Anyone who,
That's a deli, is what they call it.
If you drink out of that plastic deli thing, that's what chefs
You're the real deal.
Did you do your homework for that? How did you realize that?
Yeah, so we did a lot of work. I spent a lot of time in kitchens. The kitchen I spent the most time at was a restaurant in LA called Pas Jolie. It's in Santa Monica. Chef Dave Baran is chef there. He's really incredible. They have a Michelin star, which is kind of the biggest deal in the restaurant world.
Do people know who you are at the time, before The Bear came out?
I mean, so we were all in mass. I was in the kitchen. It's an open kitchen. So it was kind of fine. And I liked that I could be there, Everybody was like, this is just some actor. And they didn't really give it any thought. The show hadn't come out. They didn't know anything about the show. So I felt very, safe there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did all our homework, and we had these wonderful chefs. Maddie Matheson, who's a really incredible chef. Courtney Storer, who's the showrunner's sister, was a chef at this place, John and Vinny's in LA. So that authenticity that came from these guys, that place is great.
Yeah, so good.
I went to a place called Mr. Beef, I want to say, in Chicago.
Yeah, that's where we shoot.
I was there. I'm in that place.
Oh my God, is your face up on the wall?
I think my face is on the wall.
Your face is probably on the wall.
I think I am on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope I don't take you out of character next time you're doing this.
I know, I'm just going to make eye contact with you as I'm...
Look at any moron in this place. Yeah. You throw a drink at the picture and have it splash off it. But I love to make a cameo.
order up?
No, the dress. I can't get any cheese on the dress. Sadly.
I'll take it.
Welcome to the show. We're giant fans. I'm happy to meet you.
Thank you for having me. I'm very, very excited to be here.
You look stunning. I'm so happy. I want to talk to you about everything that's going on. What a year you've had. It's been a lot.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, well, congrats. You won an Emmy. You won a Golden Globe, SAG Award, Critics' Choice Award for The Bear. This is giant. You're fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
When you're at these award shows, do you freak out? Do you go, whoa, I always wanted to meet that person, right?
Yes, constantly.
You do?
All the time.
Yeah.
Well, especially for, you grow up and you see people on TV and you feel like you know them, they're in your home, and I went up to Tony Shalhoub like a madman, and
Tony Shalhoub?
Yeah, and I was like, you mean everything to me.
Wow.
He was like, hi, I'm Tony Shalhoub. But it was so nice.
Security,
but yeah.
please,
No,
get her away
very
from me,
much.
yeah.
And also my parents I'm so glad and just lucky that they're here, and they got to come with me to some of these.
Do they freak out? Do they?
They're worse than me. They're worse than
They're
me.
Shalhoub heads as well?
Well, yeah, the whole family was watching Monk, you better believe it. And so they also were like, we love Tony Shalhoub, and there's my father.
Here's your dad posing with Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub.
Not bad. Good-looking guy. Your dad's a stud.
Yeah, but I didn't realize, I got this photo, and much later, after, the shows and stuff, because my dad was like, how's Tony? And I was like, we're not friends. Like, I don't know.
How's Tony?
I love the man, but then
That's my buddy, Tony. How's Tony doing?
Hey! But then I got a text from Henry Winkler, and he was like, how are your parents? And I was like, what? Are my parents making friends at these shows? And then he sent me a photo with my parents, where I'm like, what?
With Henry Winkler. When did that happen?
When did that happen? Literally, when did that happen?
Your parents are fun.
They're making the rounds.
You're making the rounds. Your parents are fun.
Yeah, but I grew up like Pentecostal Christian,
Yes.
and both of my parents are immigrants from like different sides of the diaspora. So like this was not the energy growing up.
At all.
At all.
Yeah. Well, what did they think when they saw you host SNL?
When they saw me host SNL, my mom went up to Marcelo and was like, Io doesn't want me to go to the after. Can you believe it? Like, and then cut to like my dad's like falling asleep in the club.
Oh
my
God. They
mom's
went to
like,
the after?
Yeah, my mom is like, Kenan is so chill. Like we just took shots. I'm like, what?
Did shots with Kenan
like,
Thompson?
I was working for a week.
Yeah,
I had a job.
Yeah, you're the way. I love it that they're partying.
They were having
Good for you, Mom and Dad. I love that. Yeah. That's the best. The new season of The Bear is coming out in a couple weeks. I know you can't really say much about the show. Can you tell us something about the season? No spoilers.
Okay, we do like a crossover with Shogun, so it's like a crazy. Carmi hits his head, and the world of Shogun overlaps with the world of the bear.
Of course.
And as he tries to find his way back to waking up in full health, he starts to like see the characters from our world and their world.
Wow.
You have to watch it. It really, it will
that's a
make
great
sense.
wow.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
That
but
sounds interesting. Season, yeah.
that framing, yeah.
We can say something.
We can.
Yes, you directed an episode.
Oh yeah, I did.
That's
did.
amazing.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Did you always have the directing bug in you?
No, the opposite. I really never. I was so afraid of it, and I met Chris Storer, who created the show, and I was like 22 or something. And when we first met, he was like, "You're a director," and I was like, "No, I just think I'm nosy." And he was like, "You're a director. Whenever you have a spare second, just like come on set, ask me questions, like." Watch movies. Let's talk about movies and TV, like
Really?
and just kind of put me through a little mini.
He felt it though.
directing
He's like, you have it because you were asking all the right questions.
Yeah, I guess. I still think it is because I'm nosy and like opinionated. I don't know.
Well, that's good.
I'm a Libra. I don't know.
Did you have fun doing Virgos?
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah, we're close.
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah. Did you have fun directing? What does that mean? We're close.
does it mean?
But I don't know. But we're clapping for
We're
every
close.
horoscope.
Horoscope!
Horoscope!
The miracle of birth! Yes!
Miracle of birth. But when do you finally get in there? Do you get nervous? You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to direct. Or do you just go like, I think I do?
I think you kind of have to be like I think I do.
No, I guess so. You're
But
right.
like our crew is so talented. The episode it really centers on Liza, who plays Tina,
yeah.
and she is like a beautiful force of nature. And so I felt like I just had to show up and be my best because everybody was being their best, and it was really fun and collaborative. So
Congratulations,
I'm excited
bud.
to see it.
Congratulations
Yeah.
on that. I'm so excited for you. Turn around. Let me see the back of your hair here. You got one of these.
Well, I think.
You got an Eddie Murphy.
Well, yeah.
You got it.
Prince.
Prince changed everything.
Changed everything, you know.
Welcome to the show. It is a pleasure to
Yeah.
meet you, buddy.
Hi.
I know you from The Bear, but you're
Yeah.
also a very successful chef. You have restaurants, you
Yeah.
have cookbooks. You're fantastic.
Fantastic.
You're a very talented human. Did you?
Multifaceted.
Yes, I actually did some research. I got a photo
Yeah.
of you applying to culinary school.
Good.
Yeah, look at this kid. Now,
Hemp necklace. Hemp necklace. I don't think Prince had a hemp necklace.
no, he didn't have a hemp necklace. Do you
No.
think this guy would ever go on to a star in a TV show and produce his show?
No, Jimmy. I didn't.
He did.
That guy was just looking for some extra smokes and some beers, I think. But yeah. I
How
don't
did you
think
go
so.
from running restaurants to and writing cookbooks to being in the
Well,
Bear?
how did I become so successful? That's
what I meant to say, yes, I meant to say,
I
yeah.
don't know. I'm just like a kid from Fort Erie, went to culinary school, and everything I have in my life has come through food, through cooking, through showing who you are, through something you do, which I think is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I honestly, I have no idea. It's like, I wouldn't be on The Bear, though, like, without, like, Courtney Storr, who's Chris Storr's sister. She's a chef, incredible. She's a producer, executive producer on the show as well. She introduced me and Chris, and, like,
But you don't
know.
play. You don't play a chef on the show.
no. Well, that's like a thing. Like, you don't want to be the thing. I'm not, like, I'm a chef in real life. I got restaurants in Toronto, and it's just like, I don't want to do that. And then
This
I
is
didn't
what
even wanna-
acting's all about.
Yeah, I gotta act.
Yeah.
And so like they're like, will you be the handyman? And I was just like, I don't know how to do anything. I like with the screwdriver and like a ladder. What do you do with the ladder? You climb up it? You fix something up there? Like what's up there? I don't want to go up there.
You don't do that type of
I
stuff.
don't do that stuff.
No, who does that stuff in your life?
Trisha,
Yeah.
my beautiful wife.
Your wife does that
She
stuff.
does
yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah. Are you good at all anything? Have you learned any tricks of the trade as being a handyman on the show?
No, I think I did, like last season I was getting electrocuted a bunch. I had like a light socket, and then I was just like, I'm actually getting electrocuted here. Can we like? And I couldn't say my lines, and I was just like getting electrocuted.
I mean, you actually got really shocked.
One, I shouldn't. No,
No,
absolutely
of
not.
course not. No, it was very safe.
No.
The set was safe.
Safe.
Nothing ever
We
happened.
love a safe set.
Who doesn't?
Ah,
We practice safe sets.
It's
That's
me.
exactly correct. That is correct. We do. We absolutely do. Is your character based on a real person or no?
yeah, Fack is somebody. Fack is somebody. Chris's childhood buddy, Fack. But I never met Fack. I think they keep him away from me. I'm not like Fack. Fack is a real person. His Instagram's private. We've never met. And I think he's really good. He's a tradesperson and fixes stuff, I think. I actually could be wrong.
Okay, he might not be.
But Fack is a real person.
Fack is a real person. I mean,
Not like me, though.
No. You're
As an actor.
You're different.
Different.
In real life.
Yeah.
You're different than Fack because you are.
Fack is like, Fack is very naive. Fack is very, he's gentle and soft, and he's a huge people pleaser. I'm big and soft and love people, and I love people pleasing and all that kind of stuff. But I think, like, it's funny, like, I think maybe I'm like, I'm sarcastic.
Yes.
Often.
You are.
Yeah. And so like I think when I get into like Fack, I'll put on like my clothes or whatever, the costume or whatever the heck it is. And then like, but people are always like, I like Fack more than Maddie.
What?
On set, because like Fack is so sweet and so nice, and I seem nice, but maybe not.
No, you are totally nice. You're very nice. You're unbelievably nice.
Unbelievable, most nicest.
You are the most nicest. But you help with a lot of some of the recipes on the show.
Yeah, like what ideation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And think about like what the menu's gonna be. And once again, Courtney Storr is the boss. She,
Yep.
Sorry, but she is the boss.
Yeah.
And her team, CJ and Brian and Justin, and like there's amazing chefs executing, making sure everything is amazing, and like Courtney is that, and I'm just like kind of like in the ether, I feel, or something, you know? I'm up in the ether.
The food looks so good in the show.
The food is incredible.
You actually brought something here tonight for me to try. I've never tried before.
A snack.
It's a snack. This is based on something
Oh.
you actually have had in real life?
Yeah, so we were in Copenhagen, Copes, around 2017. I had this dessert at 108. The chef Christian was there, and he made this dessert with this beautiful ice cream with caviar and this beautiful oil on it. And it was just something I never had before, and it was something so beautiful. And we 100% like ripped it off on the show. And shout out to Christian, you know, I was just there. What up, dude? And you know, I think it's just a beautiful thing. It's salty, it's sweet, it's cold. So you take a scoop. You want to do it?
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
it.
so this is a nice little Sunday for us. This is us. It's summertime. Okay. You're on the canal. You're overlooking a canal.
Is that where I am?
This is a nice date, and we're talking about who we were as children. And then a little olive oil. Shout out to the I think this is Frankie's. I'm shouting them out. I don't care.
Yeah, Frankie's my favorite. I love Frankie's.
We love Frankie's.
We do love
olive
Frankie's.
oil.
Yep, we do.
So then that's that.
And then some flaky salt?
Yeah, a little flaky salt.
Okay.
Jazz.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And then just go for it.
And then, yeah, you just take a little nibble. Look.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hey.
You're the best. Come
You're
on.
the best.
Wow.
That's alchemy!
That's actually really good. That's the only way I'm going to eat ice cream from now on. Maddie Malkinson, everybody.
Everybody!
Season 3 of The Bear premieres June 27th, exclusively on Hulu. We'll be right back. Stick around, everybody.